You've probably spent hours searching for that one magic trick that will finally make you fluent. We all do it. We convince ourselves that fluency is hiding inside a thick grammar book, or that it requires hours of painful study sessions, or that we need to move to a different country. But have you ever noticed that despite doing the hard work, you still hesitate? You still translate in your head? The truth is, fluency isn't about how hard you study. It's about how you live. And the most critical time to live the language is the very first hour of your day. The way you start your morning sets the operating system for your brain for the next 16 hours. If you can change your morning, you can change your English. Today, I am going to walk you through 7 specific, simple morning habits that fluent speakers use to effortless mastery. Let's dive into the first habit, and this one starts the second you open your eyes. You need to start your day in English. I'm talking about that very first moment of consciousness. Usually, when we wake up, our internal monologue starts running in our native language. We think about the cold room, the traffic, or the coffee we need. But fluent speakers interrupt this pattern. From the moment they wake up, they try to connect with English. It doesn't have to be a complex philosophical debate. It's about small, simple thoughts. When you wake up, look around. Instead of thinking in your native language, whisper to yourself, "It is time to get up," or "The sun is shining today." Your brain is fresh, it's quiet, and it is the perfect blank canvas. By stamping English onto your brain first thing in the morning, you are telling your subconscious that this is your primary mode of communication for the day. You are training your brain to stop translating and start feeling the language. This brings us to habit number 2, which is all about utilizing the quiet moments. You need to listen while doing simple things. We often think we need perfect silence and a desk to learn. That is a mistake. Fluent speakers use what we call dead time. This is the time spent brushing your teeth, making your bed, or boiling water for tea. These are moments where your hands are busy, but your ears are free. This is actually the foundation of the best daily English speaking routine. You don't need to carve out extra time. You just layer English over your existing life. Put on a podcast, an audiobook, or even an English song. And here is the secret. Do not worry about understanding 100% of it. That is not the goal here. The goal is immersion. You are watering the plant. By listening every single morning, your brain gets used to the rhythm, the intonation, and the melody of English. Even if you only catch half of the words, your ears are learning. You are building a comfort level, so that later in the day, English doesn't feel foreign. It feels like background music to your life. Now, let's move on to habit number 3. This is for those who want to expand their world. Read something small, but do it consistently. I don't want you to read a textbook. In fact, throw the textbook away for the morning. I want you to read something that actually interests you. Fluent speakers read to learn about the world, not just to learn English. Maybe you love cooking, or football, or travel. Find a blog, a news article, or a social media caption on that topic. The rule here is quality over quantity. You don't need to read 10 pages. One single paragraph is enough. When you read in the morning, you are waking up the visual processing part of your brain in English. It's low pressure. You are just enjoying a bit of information. If you do this every day, reading one paragraph over coffee, you aren't studying. You are simply a person who reads in English. That shift in identity is powerful. Next up is habit number 4, and this might be the most powerful one on the list, even if it makes you look a little crazy. You need to speak out loud, even to yourself. This is the practical application of how to think in English. You see, many of us are trapped in our heads. We know the words, but our mouths refuse to form them. The morning is the safest time to break this barrier because usually nobody is watching. Narrate your actions. If you are making toast, say, "I am putting the bread in the toaster." If you are looking for your keys, say, "Where did I put my keys?" You are connecting your physical actions with English vocabulary.
You are bridging the gap between your mind and your muscles. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. No one is grading you. You are simply getting your mouth used to the shape of English sounds. If you do this every morning, when you finally have to speak to a real person, the words will flow because you've already been speaking for hours. Habit number 5 is about working smarter, not harder. Review and repeat something you learned before. There's a misconception that fluency means learning 10 new words every day. Actually, fluency comes from deep mastery of the words you already know. Fluent speakers know that repetition is the mother of memory.
Take 2 minutes in the morning to look at a word or a phrase you learned yesterday or last week. Your brain is calm in the morning, making it the best time for retention. Instead of trying to cram new information in, solidify what is already there. It's not boring, it's strategic. By reviewing in the morning, you move that vocabulary from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. You make it automatic. Habit number 6 is beautiful in its simplicity. Write down one small thought. Writing is just slowing down your thinking. It allows you to be creative without the pressure of a conversation. Keep a small notebook by your bed or your coffee pot. Every morning, write just 1 or 2 sentences. You can write about how you feel, what you dreamt about, or what you are grateful for. I feel tired but happy today. I have a big meeting at noon. It helps you express your internal state in English. It clears your mind and proves to you that you can create in this language. Over time, you will look back at this notebook and see how much your vocabulary and sentence structure have improved. And finally, habit number 7, set a small goal for the day. Fluent speakers don't just wander through their language journey, they have a compass. Start your morning by setting one tiny, achievable intention for your English. It doesn't have to be big. Your goal could be, today I will listen to 1 episode of a podcast, or today I will use the word nevertheless in a sentence. When you set a goal, you give your brain direction. You stop passively hoping you'll get better and start actively moving toward improvement. It gives you a win. When you achieve that small goal, you get a hit of dopamine, and that motivation keeps you going for the long run. So there you have it. Fluency isn't a destination you arrive at after years of suffering. It is a result of these small daily rituals. It's about waking up and letting English be a part of your reality, not a subject you study. You don't need to do all 7 of these tomorrow. Pick one. Start with the self-talk or the listening. Just start. If you make English a part of your morning, you will find that it naturally becomes a part of your soul. If you found these tips helpful and want to light up your language journey, please hit that like button. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe to English Glow for more strategies to master English confidently. I'll see you in the next video.